Rangers. First of 4, doubleheader tomorrow. So get rubbed up, get ready, and look for that winning combination. No matter what Wayne Kirby throws, it's always a winner. And the Orioles hope it'll be the same in the field. Manny Machado returns from the 4-game suspension next in Game 1. It's the Orioles on Masson, and here at Camden Yards, the Orioles continue their homestand. It's going to be 4 games, 3 days. They're going to come in a hurry. The Rays are in town. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. For the Orioles, still in first place. No matter what they've had to go through during this past week, they have held on to that #1 spot. Now we'll try and send Tampa Bay into even further depths. This team, Tampa Bay, has lost 7 in a row coming into this ball game. The Orioles 21 wins at home, the most of any team in the majors. And Manny Machado, Manny is back. And are the Orioles ever happy? The Orioles went 2-2 in the 4 games that he missed. But you can't go very long without missing the defense, and he will be back at third base with J.J. Hardy there. And the offense, he was pumping them out. He's 5 for 20 with 2 home runs against Tampa Bay this year. Here are the numbers in the last 9 games before the suspension, hitting .400, 2 homers, 5 doubles, 5 ribbies, and 9 runs. And, of course, with a suspension, the 229 consecutive game streak ended. During that streak, he hit .295, 52 homers, 57 doubles, 128 RBIs, and 152 runs. The Orioles went 120 and 109 during that span. Mike Bordick, always great to have an all-star back.
Yeah, it sure is. And I'll tell you what, this team has missed him. Even though they played exceptional baseball, they have some guys that have really stepped up in Manny's absence and J.J. Hardy's absence as well. Now, this is the first time these two have been together since back in May 1st when J.J. Hardy went on the disabled list. So I know this team's really excited about getting the left side back in place. The whole team, obviously the stability that Manny Machado brings, but he is a difference maker. There's a reason why they've had so much success the past 4 years. When Manny Machado broke into the big leagues, the Orioles started winning again. Manny Machado is a special player. He brings a physical type of presence to the field and an emotional type as well. He loves the game of baseball. So this is an exciting time for the team, being in first place, and now everybody back. Finally, a full team for Buck Showalter to work with.
Yeah, Buck was talking about that tonight, saying you don't get it very often anymore with all the injuries and whatever. Tonight, the Orioles have a full house. It's the Rays and the Orioles, the first of 4, first pitch coming up. Baseball on MASN is brought to you by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. And by American Standard Heating and Air. It's their all-star sales event with up to $1,100 in instant rebates or 0% APR for 36 months. Light rain is falling. Showers have been on and off, not of any consequence so far. We hope it'll stay that way. Take a look at our BGE home game time temperature at 75 degrees, humidity up. BGE Home, Baltimore's home team for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Why would you call anyone else? Little breeze blowing in from center to start the ball game. Here's the starting lineup for the much injured Rays. Forsythe, Dickerson, and Longoria. Morrison, Miller, and Jennings. Decker, Motter, and Conger will do the catching. Against the Orioles, their all-star Evan Longoria, 264 and 30 home runs.
And let's take a look at YOVANI Gallardo's pitch arsenal this season. The fastball 24% of the time. He's cutting it, he's sinking it. The breaking ball 59%. Change speeds with the curve, the slider, and mixing it in and out as well. And the change, of course, 17% of the time. Works the edges, the perimeter. YOVANI's back in the game, and he's pitched very well here at Camden Yards in his career. See the earned run average at 6.26, but faring much better here in his home park. And the Orioles hope that he can continue that success. Opponent's hitting .308. He is fly ball pitcher. 61% of his balls are in the air.
Against Tampa Bay, he's 2-1 lifetime. Very good .306 ERA, but he hasn't faced him since August of 15. Here is Forsythe, who will take the pitch outside. We are underway. One of the familiar names, and there are lots that will be unfamiliar to baseball fans because of the injuries to this Tampa Bay team. Forsythe in that leadoff spot, 3 for 10 off Gallardo. Shift on against him, and the pitch will get the outside corner for a strike. Marvin Hudson's got the plate, known to favor pitchers a little bit on that strike zone. Chad Fairchild, Adam Hamari, and Laz Diaz, the umpires on this crew. 1-1 delivery on the way, inside out to right field. Rickert moves over. Whoa, ball got away. It goes to the 373 mark, and the throw in. That will be a double, but that ball was one that could have been caught.
Yeah, well, it should have been caught. Joey Rickert misread this ball. Fastball inside, so Forsythe pulling the hands in. Don't expect him to get the good wood on it, but definitely cutting away. Four-seam carry up over the head of Rickert. First move in and gets beat deep. Forsythe continues his hot hitting against the O's.
So a scoring opportunity right away as Rickert just got fooled on that. As Mike said, it came off the handle, sounded real soft, and the next thing you know, the thing's one bounce off the warning track. So Corey Dickerson. Now remember, this is a Tampa Bay team. They've lost 7 in a row. They have scored virtually nothing during that span. 15 runs and 1 home run in the last 7 games. And that ball is deep to right field, going back at the wall and looking up, and goodbye home run. You got to watch out for the reverse lock early. A 2-run homer by Corey Dickerson on the first pitch he sees, and the Rays have got a 2-0 lead on their first 2 hitters.
Yeah, so dangerous. Such a dangerous team. Obviously, law of averages, of course. They're on a little losing streak right now, but they have nothing to lose. So they're going to be up there hacking, aggressive around the strike zone. Not a terrible pitch. Down and in, but he drops the head. A left-handed hitter's dream there, and Dickerson picking up his 13th home run of the season, and just like that, the Rays on the board.
34 RBIs for Corey Dickerson, and the pitch will be taken by Evan Longoria. So Dickerson gets his 13th in the DH role in this game. That'll be his 2nd home run ever in this ballpark. Gallardo gets it in on the inside corner. For Gallardo, that's the 3rd home run hit against him. They all have been hit by left-handers. 0-2 delivery on the way, and that ball is going to go to right field. Rickert's getting a workout. That's going to take a hop right at the base of the wall. A chance at second base. Throw off the mark, cut off, and it's a double for Longoria, who is now 2 for 10 against Gallardo. And in this Tampa Bay team that can't hit, somebody forgot to tell him.
Right. Well, Longoria has been the most consistent and productive offensive player for this Rays team, but he goes down and gets this fastball. Looked like it was off the plate as well, but he's hunting outer third, and he squares it up. Another ball beating Rickard deep to the wall, and a quick double there.
Buck Showalter talked about this before the game. Here's what he said about the Rays.
Their pitching's always going to make them capable of running out off a long string. You'd almost rather than be like 5-5 coming in here, because you know at some point somebody's going to pay. And when they get it going, they're not going to be able to do anything wrong for a while. So you got to keep your foot on the pedal.
Prophetic pitch taken inside. Here is Morrison, Logan Morrison. Runner on at second base. There's the home run hitter, Corey Dickerson. Dickerson carrying a .385 average against the Orioles. He's now 6 for 14 against the Orioles with 2 home runs. Runner on at second, Longoria. Morrison, a 1-0 count. And Logan will take the pitch down low for a ball.
Well, a very dangerous offensive team in the sense that they can hit the home run. A lot of the season, the O's and Tampa were exchanging the home run lead in the American League. They've tapered off a little bit due to a lot of the injuries they've recently sustained.
They came in for the first time this year not having had home runs in back-to-back games on the road. They took care of that in a hurry. Pitch taken down low. They check to see if he went around. Las Diaz says he did not. And the count will go to 3 balls and no strikes. Gallardo, understandably, you get a little leery here after the first 3 hitters.
Yeah, I mean they're aggressive in the zone right now. Pretty good pitch that he doesn't offer. We're going to hold back. See Gallardo 200 opponent batting average with runners in scoring position. League average 256.
3-0 delivery on the way. Had the green light. Pops it up third base. Manny Machado too far back into the seats.
Let's take a look at the Orioles defense behind Gallardo. Reimold getting the start in left field. Jones in center. Joey Rickard over in right field. Hardy and Scope the double play combination, and Manny Machado back at third base. Chris Davis at first, and Matt Wieters behind the plate. But the first time Buck Showalter's been able to right the A team for a while. Sliding Manny Machado back over to third and having Hardy at short.
Count 3 ball 1 strike. Scope holding the runner close at second base. Morrison 3 for 14 against the Orioles this year. He's got a base hit. Rickard going over to get it. Everything going to right field. Longoria will score easily. It'll be an RBI single for Morrison. He was 1 for 19 off Gallardo. 4 batters up, 3 runs in, and a 3-0 lead for the Rays.
Wow, they are squaring some balls up right now, not missing many bat heads. This pitch on the outer third, where Matt Wieters wanted it, but he reaches out and hooks it, squares it up. It gets in the outfield in a hurry. Longoria able to walk home for the 3rd run of the inning.
Wow. So Morrison gets the RBI. Runner at first base, and here is Brad Miller playing at shortstop. 4 for 16 against the Orioles this year. The Orioles lead in this series 3-2. In those 5 games, the Rays scored a total of 10 runs against the Orioles in 5 games. They already have picked up 3 runs here in the first inning. And Cash over there is going to have a celebration in a moment.
You know that.
I mean, it is the first inning, obviously, but for this team, when you're in a -7 slump and not scoring, anything to get you going is a big deal, especially if it comes early in a game in a series.
Well, it has been a tough road trip. They've had to take on the top teams in each division, starting with the Giants and then the Cleveland Indians in the Central. They're now taking on the Orioles, and they have been getting beaten down. So, yeah, their manager Kevin Cash certainly happy to see the offense clicking right now. A long way to go in this ball game.
Yep.
Never safe against this Orioles offense for sure.
Miller at 2 for 7 lifetime off Gallardo. He's been a very good hitter on the road this year for the Rays. That pitch is going to be taken away, hitting .263 in road games and only .206 at home. So a distinct difference for Miller, the shortstop. First inning runs, 39 runs, including the 3 on the board, have been scored in the first inning this year by Tampa Bay. And Gallardo walks it. What a tough start for the Oriole right-hander. And the fans already moaning significantly. Dom Cheaty's going, why am I in for the bullpen tonight as the pitching coach? Take a look at our PNC inside the numbers.
Yeah, the season snapshot for the Tampa Rays. April 11 and 12, but take a look at the run differentials on the bottom of each month. And here in June, a -17 run differential. The earned run average there at 4.25. Not too bad for this pitching staff, but the offense has just been dismal. They're looking for some more support, and by the looks of things here in the first inning, they've turned it around a little bit.
Dave Wallace away on personal business, so Dom Cheaty's come in from the bullpen. There he is, pitching coach. Dave Anderson out in the bullpen working for the Orioles and already thinking, phone may ring. 2 on, nobody out. Breaking ball, that'll go to short. Hardy's got it. Jonathan Scope one relay over to first and a big double play. And that's why it's called a pitcher's best friend as Jennings goes after the first pitch.
Well, it sure was. And as an infielder, you really want to help your pitcher out. Gallardo finally getting the ground ball. Perfectly executed pitch, and Hardy and Scope clean it up for him. Beautiful job there. Take a little bit of the wind out of this Rays team sails here in the first inning.
So now runner at third base, but there are 2 down. And here is Jeff Decker. Decker is making the start in right field. The Rays have lost all 3 of their starting outfielders to injuries. And they have lost former Orioles Steve Pearce, who was playing first base and some outfield and was the hot hitter in their lineup. He is out as well. Part of the injuries we were talking about. Morrison at third base, 2 down. Decker, the right fielder, takes the off-speed delivery outside. Decker's not had a hit in his last 11 at-bats. He was a non-roster invitee to spring training. Came up on the 15th of this month because of injuries from AAA. He played parts of 3 seasons in the majors in the past and fooled him on that one. Looking heat, didn't get it, and a 2-ball 1-strike count.
Yeah, Gallardo really pulling the string on the breaking ball. 75 miles an hour, slowing him down there, and you just can't wait long enough. Perfect execution on the outside corner as well.
2-1 straight away on the defense against Decker. Gallardo's pitch, 1 to hit, and couldn't catch up to it. Fouls it back, and a 2-ball 2-strike count.
Yeah, you know, we talk about the depth of organizations. I think they're able to sustain some injuries. And granted, the Rays have been dealt a really tough hand right now with so many to some major players, but they are getting tested for sure. The depth of their organization, find out who they have. They're running guys up here that they didn't expect to be in the major leagues. They take chances with other players in the offseason. We landed Joey Rickard, who was one of their Rule 5 outfielders. Do you think they need Joey Rickard right now?
You think they wish they had him back right now?
Absolutely.
Oh, my Lord.
Right. So the choices, the decisions you make in the offseason, the preparation for a season, it just is always coming under fire. And you know, you pick what's going to help you the most. And unfortunately for the Rays, they just didn't have enough or haven't had enough.
Fouled off by Decker. It's interesting. They have a note. First 40 days of the year, they had no players on the DL. In the 42 days since, they have placed 8 of them, including 4 outfielders. You got Kevin Kiermaier, their all-star center fielders, out. Mickey Matuk, Steven Souza Jr., and Brandon Geyer are all on the DL. And that's only part of their DL list. 3-2, runner at third base, and took it, and that will be the second walk surrendered by Gallardo here in the inning, so it will keep it going. Gallardo, first inning has been a struggle for him this year. He has given up, if you include the 3 on the board right now, he's given up 10 first inning runs, and keep in mind this is only his 6th first inning. He's only had 5 other starts. Ball club's gone 3-2 in the starts he's made. Here is Taylor Motter, yet another name of a player who did not expect to be here. Motter is making the start in left field in this ball game. Motter out of Coastal Carolina, where he played his college ball. He will take the pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Mott has not had a hit in his last 8 at-bats. He has been all over the place on the lineup wherever Kevin Cash has needed him. Lead off 2nd, 7th, 8th, 9th in the lineup, batting 8th for this one tonight. Here's the 0-1 delivery on the way. Breaking ball popped up down the right field line. Where else? Rickard coming. It's a foul ball, and the Orioles get a break on that one because nobody, not Schoop and not Rickard, was going to haul that in.
Wow. Well, another thing, when you're not used to seeing some younger players that they reached out to the minor leagues, the scouting reports certainly aren't as thorough. I mean, there are phone calls made down to the minor leagues, and there is a little bit more technology, but just familiarity with players and their tendencies, not quite as locked in as the everyday players up here.
Motter's had a couple of RBIs in the last 21 games that he's played in. He's got runners at first and third here with 2 down. 3 runs in. And the throw over. Decker back to the bag. Conger, Hank Conger, the catcher's waiting on deck. And Gallardo battling here in his 3 career starts here in this his home ballpark. Now he's 2-0. Came in with a 1.69 ERA. That has already been upped. 0-2 delivery and a swing and a miss on a pitch up. So Gallardo gets the strikeout, but 3 runs score in the inning, and the Rays take an early lead.
For more opponents to that 276 overall batting average. The long ball has been a problem. He's given up 15 homers this season.
Tied for 7th high in the American League in home runs surrendered. Adam Jones in that leadoff spot probably would be in this game even if he'd been hitting cleanup or third in other games. He's hitting .407 lifetime against Moore with 2 home runs off the left-hander. If you want to get at bats for a guy who's going well against the opposing pitcher, put him in the #1 spot.
You got it. Take a look at this month for Adam Jones. A month for the ages indeed. Batting average .272, but 8 home runs, 4 doubles, 20 RBI, and 20 runs scored. That's career high in June. He's closing in on a lot of career highs for the month.
1-1 delivery will be fouled back. You saw our Maryland Live Casino inside the numbers. Moore. Not much difference. Lefty righties against him. He struggled on the road. 0-2 ERA 6.35 on the road this year. The Orioles have already had a win against him. Jim Hickey, their pitching coach, a bullpen that is exhausted already, has really struggled as the starters are not going deep into ball games. 1-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be inside. Back foot dance done right there by Adam. So they're asking for starters like the 27-year-old Moore to give him some depth, give us some room, let our bullpen rest.
Yeah, absolutely. And Moore, of course, coming off Tommy John, so it's almost been the full year. And started off slow. They think he's finally starting to recover and his arm's reacting the right way. So you probably expect him to be more consistent.
In the air to center, Jennings playing his 20th game in center will put it away, and Jones is retired.
Let's take a look at the Rays defense. Motter, Jennings, and Decker, believe it or not, in the Rays outfield. Miller and Forsythe will be the double play combination. Longoria and Morrison on the corners, and Conger back behind the plate.
Jones hitting .261, leading off a ball game, is retired. That'll bring up Jonathan Schoop. Jonathan's got a 5-game hit streak going, and he is 3 for 6 against Moore. Jones and Schoop, 1 and 2 in the lineup, have good numbers against this left-hander. The Orioles have a winning record against left-handed starters. They're 10 and 8 in games where a lefty starts. Average is still big difference-wise. 237 lefties, 274 right-handers as a team. Shattered bat into the shift. Miller's got it, and the out recorded. Morrison stretching to get it. 2 down. Manny Machado back after a 4-game suspension. Manny will stand in, rested.
Yeah.
Comes back with a 3-game hit streak. He's gone 5 for 20 this year against the Rays, 2 home runs and 3 RBIs against Tampa Bay. However, against Moore, career numbers not so good. 3-4-19. Left-hander looking for a quick inning after his ball club gave him 3 runs in the top half. This looks like a 9th inning defense at third base.
Yeah, hugging down the line, right? And Machado must have been hooking some balls down there, pulling Longoria over there. You don't really expect that. Gold glove third baseman. You want to give him as much room as possible. Good range down there in the hot corner.
They go into the full shift now on the 2-0 delivery. Ooh. That one caught a piece of Conger. And a 2-ball 1-strike count.
And he's hits by a direction. He has pulled a few more balls at 37, but pretty consistent. 29 up the middle, 20 going the other way. Manny will take what's given for sure.
Got a hollow one way back in center at the wall, and room to make the catch. And that may have been going. It was up near the top of the center field wall. Manny Machado trying to write a story in his first at bat coming back from the suspension. I think that one would have been out of here. Jennings timed it perfectly for the 3rd out.
home indeed. On the road, 3 starts, 0-1 record. How about that earned run average at 9.0? But at home, 2 starts, 2 wins, 2.70 earned run average, and the opponent batting average down by 162 points. YOVANI pitching very well here at Camden Yards. Of course, after a little rough start in the first inning against the Rays, but expect him to settle in Camden Yards.
Coming off a good outing against Toronto with the infield shifted all the way around. Here's Hank Conger. Hank Conger sharing the catching duties on this ball club. He has not had a hit against the Orioles this year, 0 for 7. Carries a good average, though, against the Orioles lifetime. He's hitting .277 against the Orioles with 3 home runs. Conger, and then back to the top of the order, Forsythe and Dickerson. Gallardo with a 1-1, and that pitch will be taken down low. Gallardo had some of his best stuff, at least velocity-wise and movement-wise, in that last outing. His fastball, changeup, slider, curveball were all delivered at season-high velocities. The ball is going to be fouled off, and one of the reasons they talked about was that, well, Gallardo was not pitching and was on the DL. He couldn't throw, but he could exercise. He lost 10 or 11 pounds.
Wow.
In the exercise room, and came out a little healthier and maybe a little bit stronger.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you know, they put a lot of time in strengthening the back area behind the shoulder of Gallardo just to keep it strong and supported for the rest of the season. You know, that's going to add a little extra life, a finish on his fastball, and he needs the extra movement on the end.
Got a 2-ball 2-strike count on Conger. This Tampa Bay team, in the 5 games they've played against the Orioles, they've not scored more than 3 runs. It's been 3 or fewer runs in all 5 games, even though they won 2 of those ball games. Conger on the 2-2 will go down swinging. Gallardo gets the leadoff man in the 2nd inning.
Beautiful pitch right here from Gallardo. You see him working the outer third. You get a beautiful changeup on the Mercedes pitch track. Take a look at the grip, turns it over a little bit, fading down and away. Conger well out in front for strike 3. Mercedes pitch track. Mercedes-Benz the best or nothing.
Conger back to the pine, move the shift the other way. That'll bring Forsythe double and a run scored. Dickerson had the 2-run homer in the 1st inning. RBI by Morrison on a base hit. Logan Forsythe now 4 for 11 lifetime off Gallardo. There you see that shift on the outfield pretty much straight away. Joey Rickard out there in right field's got to be wondering what the heck happened in the 1st inning.
All right. How did
balls were hit everywhere around him, right, left, over his head. Moves a little closer to the line now, a couple of steps. 1-1 pitch on the way. Gallardo will be up high in a 2-ball 1-strike count. 37 pitches thrown. Keep in mind, pitchers are trying to get an out on 5 pitches or fewer. That's where they'd like to be. If you can get to that 15-16 pitch mark in an inning, then you're in good shape. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be popped up again to right field. Rickard coming, and will get there and put it away. I hope he ran a lot of sprints before this game. If he didn't, he's running them now. Tomorrow, the Orioles host the Rays for a special split admission doubleheader. Games at 1:05, 7:05. 7:05 game. The first 20,000 fans, 15 and over, get the Orioles batting practice pullover. Good seats are available for each game. To get yours, go to Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Nice looking pullover.
Beautiful.
Here is Corey Dickerson. 13th home run came in the 1st inning with Forsythe on ahead of him. He stands in now. 2 down, nobody on. Overcast skies, showers around in the area. Little breeze blowing in from center here at the start of the game. And the pitch. He tried to get a ball out of that, but couldn't do it.
A great fastball. You see Dickerson's power zone in that home run pitch from Gallardo, just catching the red in a very dangerous zone. Of course, Dickerson made him pay in that 1st inning with a 2-run shot.
Here's the 0-1 delivery to him. He'll take that ball away. He's been among their leaders offensively. Extra base hits, home runs, RBIs. However, came in just 4 for his last 24 over an 8-game span. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery. Dickerson goes after it, and he's got another gapper. And again, it goes out to right field. So Dickerson is 2 for 2 in the ball game. He's going to try for 2, and he is out at second base. And he signals to the dugout, I was safe. So Kevin Cash comes up on the top step and says, hang on a minute, and wants his video people to review it.
Well,
I think he was out, but we'll see.
I do too, and those are the type of plays where if you're the manager, Kevin Cash, you probably shouldn't even review it because of the base running mistake right there. A little over aggressive by Dickerson. Play right in front of him.
Adam Amari, second base umpire. Whoa. Not much to review there.
There you go.
And Kevin says, absolutely right, there's nothing to review. So thrown out second base. The night for Rickard continues. Anybody else playing here except me? Hello? Being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight. Play Homer and Rich's scratch-offs and win up to $50,000 or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/baseball. Tied for the home run lead. Mark Trumbo stands in, 21 of them, 52 RBIs on the season, tied with Todd Frazier of the White Sox. Towering pop up outside of third base. Adam Longoria comes over and will not have a play.
Well, how about Mark Trumbo? 21 homers, but his first home run since June 7th. This last game, taking San Diego Padres starting pitcher, Mr. Johnson, deep. That was a line drive, almost 400 feet to right center field.
Mark is also 4th in RBIs. He is 5th in total bases in the league. In the top 10 in slugging at 7. Pops that one up the other way. This one looks like it's playable. Morrison, foul territory, puts it away, and Trumbo is retired. One away here in the second inning. I saw something today I was not astounded by, but Todd Frazier of the White Sox is tied with Trumbo for the home run lead in the American League. Has the lowest batting average of anyone in the American League. Yes. Of qualifying hitters.
Sub 200, right below the Mendoza line.
Unbelievable.
Right, stacking.
Yep. Kind of the definition of today's game of baseball.
Yeah.
Pitch is taken for a strike. Here's Chris Davis. Chris with the 16 home runs, just out of the top 10 in the home run department. 3 for 21 off the left-hander. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Moore, as Mike said, 15 home runs, 12 hit by righties. A lot of long balls. 1-1 delivery on the way. Look where the outfield's playing, if you can see him. That's the deepest outfield all the way around I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is.
And they're back as far as you can go at every position.
Well, some younger outfielders not taking any chances with them as far as misplaying a ball off the wall. Keep everything in front of them.
1-2 delivery on the way by Moore, and a check swing and a strike. First strikeout picked up by Moore, 2 down.
A couple pretty good fastballs there. Young Matt Moore setting up on that outer third. He's driving that one down and away, keeping everything away from the crusher. Just thinking about reaching out there, but like it.
So Moore gets a couple of outs. Moore has had a whip above that 1 mark. He gives up a little over a hit per inning, plus 25 walks. So he's pitched a goodly number of situations, people on base this year. Matt Wieters. Matt's got a 3-game hit streak coming in. That field again will stay deep and pretty much straight up in the D. 167 right, 313 left-hander. Fouls it back. I was talking with Matt before the game today, and I asked him, I said, when did you start switch hitting? He said, I was 5. His dad started him right away with the bat. And I said, did you ever think of taking one side or the other along the way, high school, college? He said, nope. He said, once you've seen a breaking ball as a switch hitter, you do not want to see it from just one side of the plate.
You got that right. Man, you got that right. Yeah, no. I mean, typically, though, Matt Wieters, better numbers off our batting average wise from the right side. A little shorter swing, or at least he has throughout his career, but numbers a little reversed this year. Incredible batting average from the left side, which is great to see. You know, just a couple years ago, just before he suffered that Tommy John season-ending surgery, he was raking left-handed, and it looked like he had really found something, and it's nice to see he's picked right back up with that swing he had a couple years ago.
0-2 delivery by Moore, and that will be fouled back. That's another one of the kind of lost arts. Base stealing's one of them, I think, in Major League Baseball. The switch hitter. It used to be every ball club would have at least one, usually a couple or 3.
Oh yeah, and if you can find good switch hitters, boy, what a benefit to your lineup. When a manager's writing out the lineup and, you know, having the versatility, not having to worry about using them in off the bench.
Just don't see a lot of that anymore. 0-2 off speed pitch down to third. Longoria's got it, plenty of time, takes it and records the out. So 6 in a row retired by Moore. We've completed 2, and it's 3-0 Rays. Pub Restaurant, Orioles outfielder Adam Jones took part in a special picture-taking session with fans. Masson released a virtual ticket for the event on Twitter, allowing people to get their picture taken with Adam. Don't miss the opportunities like this in the future. Follow Masson on Twitter at Masson Orioles. Talk about some surprise fans. Probably said this can't be true.
Right?
So they took the virtual ticket, and it was true. And there was Adam.
Wow, he does so much, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you always see him out around the community doing events like that.
Loves working with kids. Helping out in the outfield. Reimold in left and Rickard in right. Here's Evan Longoria. Double and a run scored. Only the second hit off Gallardo in his career. He's now 2 for 10. It'll be Morrison and Miller to follow. Rays team with the 7 straight losses. 0-1 pitch. That's going to be fouled away. Trying to get themselves back into the race. They can't fall much further out. They're 9.5 games out. This series matters. I mean, the Orioles come in and take the series, take 3 out of 4, whatever. The Rays are in real trouble.
Oh yeah. Oh, this series, man, it matters for both teams, but yeah, more so for the Rays. They could be gone.
Yeah.
If they can't step up a little bit here against the Orioles.
Pitch taken up high. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Orioles took the season series last year, 10 games to 9. Tough series. Based a lot, of course, over the years on the pitching of this Tampa Bay team, especially their starters. 1-2 pitch hit him. I think. No, maybe it got Matt Wieters.
Huh.
Where'd that thing go?
No, I got him on the knob.
Oof.
And then it got Wieters.
Now he's going down to first base.
Wait, what?
Matt Wieters is talking to the home plate umpire, Marvin Hudson. Buck Showalter is.
Yeah, you'd think Longoria would have just hustled on down to first base. Caught it right on the knob.
So Buck Showalter's coming out. Now Longoria's going back. Not quite sure what that was. Kevin Cash wants to know what is the call here. The first base umpire's coming in Fairchild. They're going to challenge us. So they're going to go to New York and take a look. Longoria's already come back to the plate and picked up his bat.
Yeah, so he's not fighting it. Just walk over and say, don't bother.
He's not playing the role here.
Yeah, you wonder how can it possibly happen? How is there enough room? But you see the knob there and the ball squaring it up. Trust me, if a baseball hits a hitter's finger or hand area, we'll know about it.
He's either wreathing in pain or headed to first.
Exactly.
Or both.
Jumping around, let go of the bat.
I mean, he never moved. He knew that it didn't hit him because he never left the batter's box. It's right off the. There you go, right there.
Yep.
Then he went to first. Then he came back with the first base umpire, picked up his bat, and got ready to hit. Honest man's hard to find. We just found one.
Yeah.
Not sure why this is taking this amount of time. Gallardo will use it to throw a couple of pitches here, which you really don't want to do. Listen to it. See, and he never moves. Matt Wieters is the one who got hit.
Right. Yeah, and I think Longoria was more concerned about Wieters after he had turned around and realized that he had been awarded first base. It's like, wait a second. Wieters is in more pain than I am.
Yeah. You see it kind of smiling over there, wondering why this can be taking so long when perhaps we should have part of the review. A player's allowed to concede the point.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bother. I'll be honest with you right now.
It's okay. It didn't hit me. The other thing is Gallardo's having to keep throwing. This is a leadoff man in the inning.
Yeah.
Gallardo's throwing like a dozen pitches. Granted, they're just warm-up pitches, but he's still having to throw.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a part that definitely has to be fixed with a review. Just the tempo of the game gets busted and everything slows down. I don't know that Tampa even wants a break. They're feeling pretty good. They want their bats to get up there rolling. It's just surprising that it's taken this long.
I don't understand. Momentum plays such an enormous part in sports, and one of the things that has clearly happened with the video reviews in all sports, it has slowed the game down dramatically and taken a lot of momentum out of key situations.
No, isn't that the goal? I guess was to try to avoid that.
Yeah.
Trying to get the game going. So you always hear the speed up rules. And
Longoria standing there waiting with his bat in his hand. Get the call there. Foul ball. And Buck shaking his head over the time it took to get this done.
Yeah.
I almost thought Chad Fairchild, first base umpire, might have helped the home plate umpire and said he fouled it off. Just do it that way. But he had to see it, and if obviously he didn't, or he would have said something. All right. 2 ball, 2 strike count. So a challenge used. Orioles win it. Longoria goes back. And Gallardo's delivery to him is going to be outside.
What kind of get lost here with that long review is how Gallardo's working Longoria here, working him hard in. And that was not an intentional pitch to try to, hit him in the hand or anything, but purpose pitch for sure.
That's a fair ball right off the bag. Manny throws it and got him. Outstanding play with Manny back at third base. He had to take that one literally on the bag.
Yeah, great play here, man. He's playing deeper now, 2 strikes, and he's still able to hit the first step and take it in front of third base. As soon as it hits the glove, it's just a blink of an eye before it's gone and across the diamond. Smooth transfer, cannon across the infield, welcome back to third base.
It's where that shortstop arm comes in mighty handy. They put the shift on against Morrison. Morrison, a base hit and an RBI his first time up, 4 for 15 against the Orioles this year. Pitch is in there for a strike. Morrison has had more at bats against Gallardo than anyone else in the lineup. 20 of them now. He's 2 for 20 against the Orioles' 30-year-old right-hander. 0-1 bounces out in front of the plate. Slipped out of his hand that time, and a 1 ball 1 strike count.
You kind of tell Gallardo's getting the feel here after that first inning. A little rough, locating all of his pitches a little bit better, working in and out, mixing it all up.
He is making his 250th career start in this ball game. 22nd active pitcher who has reached that level of starts. 1 ball 1 strike delivery on the way is going to be up high. Gallardo 104 wins, 76 losses in his career. The 2-1 mark against the Tampa Bay team, part thereof. Morrison waiting on a 2-1 and fouls that one right straight back. Don't forget the Orioles, the doubleheader tomorrow. Split doubleheader. First game at 1 o'clock. Kevin Gausman, Matt Andriese. Second game 7 o'clock. Chris Tillman, Jake Odorizzi. Sounds like a poem by Dr. Seuss. Here's the 2-2 in the air, headed over to the seats, and there will be no play. Gallardo piling up the pitches here, already at 52 to record 7 outs. 2 ball 2 strike count. Orioles, of course, a little refresher after the way things have gone. Lost 1 off day to the Texas game, but did get an off day yesterday and needed it desperately. 2-2 pitch on the way to him, and that's going to be down low. Trying to turn that one over in the off-speed delivery and a full count.
Yeah, really trying to go every way possible. Hard up and in. He's cutting balls in on the hands of Morrison, up and away. Now the changeup down and away. You see the pitch track. He's going to change eye level, keep everything out of the middle of the plate, working the 4 quadrants for sure.
3-2, 1 out, nobody on. Morrison chases. and fouls it off. Offensively, the Rays come in last in average at 235 and 14th in runs, averaging 4 runs a ball game. They have hit the home runs, of course. They have 100 of them. Kevin Cash's ball club 4th in homers. Nobody expected that, nor that their starting pitching would be letting them down at the moment, even though on the season starter ERA is still 5th best in the American League. 3-2 delivery, and on the 8th pitch, the off-speed delivery gets him.
Well, quite a sequence right there, back to back with Longoria and now Morrison. After a steady diet of fastballs working the perimeter, how about pulling the brakes here? 76-mile-an-hour breaking ball, located perfectly right to Wieters' glove. Well, as good as you're going to see.
Well, Gallardo now 2 down, nobody on, and here is Miller, who drew a walk his first time up. Brad Miller with the 235 on the year. This will be his 65th game. He has had 55 starts, and all of those have been at shortstop. Brad Miller with a 245 lifetime average against the Orioles. 1-0. On top of it, chopped it straight back, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Miller got off to a slow start offensively, but power numbers really starting to pick up for him. And he was brought over to kind of stabilize the middle of the infield, but even defensively, this team has kind of lost its really what it was built on, defense and pitching.
1-1, had no chance on that one at 89. It was up. Took a hack at it, but the stepladder was not tall enough, and a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Gallardo after the 1-2-3 inning. 1-2 delivery, gonna miss down low. 5 hits on the board for the Rays. Orioles defense has already helped Gallardo with a big double play in the first inning, and then Rickard getting that 3rd out as Dickerson tried to extend a single to a double and was thrown out at second base in the 2nd inning. 2-2 is taken.
Oh.
Infield was heading to the dugout, as was Gallardo.
Wow, what a pitch. Backdoor cutter. See the Mercedes pitch track. Maybe just off that outside corner, but that's how you work it. And I think it might have fooled Miller so much that he couldn't even pull the trigger. Might have fooled the home plate umpire.
3-2 delivery is going to be up the middle. Jonathan Scope, an impossible play, makes it. Oh, did he rob him of a base hit right there? Scope was in shallow center field. Makes the jump. What an arm. Look where that throw ends up. It's head high and right in the glove. And the D continues to shine. Advantage.
Yeah, how about this home field advantage? 27-13 at home this season. That's the most wins at home in Major League Baseball. .675 winning percentage, 4th best in the MLB. Most wins through 40 games since 1979. Of course, that 79 team headed to the World Series. 102 wins on the year. It was finished 55-24 in 79. Best in Major League Baseball.
And trying to improve on that in this 4-game set against the Rays. Well done. You got them in the right order. We'll see if you can do it in the 7th. 0-1 delivery on the way and a check swing. That'll be fouled off. J.J. Hardy, Reimold, and Rickard due up. J.J.'s had good numbers off Moore in his career, 7 for 28 with the 1 home run off the left-hander. With the injuries and out of the lineup, Hardy this season only 26 at bats against lefties, but he's got 8 hits, including a home run. That's a .308 average off southpaws. Moore with the 0-2 delivery and a breaking ball that he somehow fouls off and keeps the at-bat alive.
Yeah, pretty tight breaking ball, burying it back foot. He is very comfortable working inside the right-handed hitters. He'll work the fastball in under the hands and then got to bury that slider down and in. The righties.
0-2 count. 6 in a row retired by Moore. The 0-2 pitch to him is popped up. First base. Morrison. Look out. Shortstop Miller. I'm not sure if he ever called for it. He just happened to be standing with the ball came down as Morrison originally was going after it.
The elevator shaft here. You see both converging. And Morrison must have heard something right at the end. And he backs off. Thank goodness for Miller.
So Miller makes the play at the mound. Here's Nolan Reimold. Nolan 3 for 10 off Moore. The platoon continues with Kim coming out against the left-handers. Reimold hitting only .208 against left-handers, while Kim has had only 4 at-bats against lefties. 0 for 4. And Reimold will take the pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Well, Buxton got a feel about as good as his lineup 1 through 9 right now, and the depth of his bench than he has at any point in the season.
1-1 delivery by the lefty, and that'll be up high for a ball. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Yeah, Buck happy to look behind him and actually see players they expected to have available.
Yeah, and guys that have, he trusts more now. Kim, I mean, he's not afraid to put Kim out in the field. Start games. I mean, he's a regular now. And Reimold's played just as well. Of course, Manny stabilizing the infield with JJ back left side. I mean, team looks good.
Orioles come in a game and a half up. Boston playing at Texas tonight. 3-1 delivery on the way and a check swing. Did he go? Yep. Jed Fairchild makes the call. 3-2.
94 up and in. Tough to hold up right there. Did indeed look like the bat head. Got out in front.
So a full count. Infield is shifted on Nolan. 3-2 delivery will be popped up right field. Playing so deep. Decker a long run sliding, and he makes the catch. Fine play made by Jeff Decker, the right fielder, who, because they're playing so deep, had a country mile to go to get there.
Yeah, beautiful play right here, and this is how you do it textbook. You come into these tight plays with outfielders and infielders. Outfielders are supposed to go low, infielders stay up. And that's the reason why. You avoid the big collision, head-on collisions. Outfielders gets a good read. And you can possibly try to avoid maybe a knee or a foot. There you see it. More like in the play.
So Morrison has allowed both his shortstop and right fielder to continue living on 2 plays here in the 3rd inning. 2 down, 1-0 count. Rickard, 6-game hit streak, upping that average again to 263. 1-0 delivery. And that will be taken down low.
Well, how about Joey Rickard? April 27th. Oh yeah, He got Matt Moore. Took him deep at the trough. Henry Rickard started the season on fire.
Hitting .435 during the streak. 10 for 23. 2-0 delivery, grounded to third. Longoria was in, gets a big hop, and records the out. So Moore has gone through the lineup 9 in a row, up and down. 3 runs first inning on the board for the Rays. 3-0. Orioles baseball is brought to you by the RAV4 Hybrid, all-wheel drive and unexpected performance. Visit buyatoyota.com. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick on a cloudy night here in Baltimore. A little rain on and off today, more than a little at times. Know we have a number of fans who listen in West Virginia. We're thinking of you and terrible flooding that took place in West Virginia last night and into today, and hope that recovery is quick. Gallardo goes to the 4th inning. Rays have 3 runs, 5 hits off him. They've left 2. The Orioles zeros on the board. Nobody on base yet. Desmond Jennings will lead it off. Jennings hit into a double play his first time up. 0 for 15 now against the Orioles. The Rays coming off a sweep by Cleveland. Cleveland has won 6 in a row now. They've got a 2-0 lead over Detroit tonight. Their starters have a 1.76 ERA in the last 6 games for the Indians. Ooh. They've been led by Corey Kluber and Trevor Bauer, who've had back-to-back complete games.
Pitching,
right?
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike count on Jennings. Gallardo. He'll catch the outside corner with that one at the knees. And the count will go to 1-2.
Gallardo's working right now. Watching a veteran pitcher go about his business. After getting that first inning out of the way. Trying to locate everything.
Jennings chases up and away. Jennings, another of the players on this team, much better on the road. His slugging at home is the lowest in the majors for a player in his home ballpark. .215. On the road, .436.
Jennings has been going through some injuries, in the past couple of years, but I mean, this is a superstar caliber player. And then when Kevin Kiermaier came along and they moved him to the corner outfield spot, he just kind of started declining a little bit. Injuries started to mount, and he just hasn't been the same player the last couple seasons.
3-2 delivery on the way, and Gallardo will get a double foul ball on that one. Desmond Jennings brought to the season a .249 career batting average. He's hitting a .192 as he comes to the plate. He hit .268 last year, but he got in only 28 games because of injuries last season. He is just 29 years old, out of Birmingham, Alabama. 3-ball, 2-strike count, a towering pop-up. Shortstop Hardy. And JJ will put it away. 1 down. On Sunday, celebrate the Orioles home run leader as fans receive the Mark Trumbo Orioles t-shirt. After the 1:35 game, kids 14 and under get to run the bases here as they do each home Sunday game. A great summer afternoon at the ballpark. All of the players wore that t-shirt today for batting practice.
Yeah, that's good.
They all had Trumbo t-shirts on. One away here in the 4th inning. Gallardo's delivery taken down low. Here's Jeff Decker, the right fielder, drawing a walk his first time up. Orioles will just play a straight up D against him. And the pitch will be up high. Decker, 92 games, 2 levels, minor league last year, had injuries. He was originally selected by the Padres first round in the 08 June draft, 42nd overall. Played with San Diego and the Pirates, now Tampa Bay. That's going to be on the inside corner, and it's a strike. Made his major league debut 2013. Not a lot of major league games under his belt, however. Only 41 coming into this season. Gallardo's 2-1 delivery on the way, fouled off.
Gallardo's kind of slowing hitters down and then trying to sneak that fastball. 88, 89 in under the hands, and he is beating them right now. You're seeing some weak fly balls. They're not able to get the bat head quite to the baseball as crisply as they did in that first inning. And this is what Gallardo does. Just keeps hitters guessing and off balance. Continue to mix up the pitches.
Two delivery to him, and that'll be up high. Well, this is going to be the 6th full count Gallardo has had in the ball game. That will get your pitch count up. Motter waiting on deck. Gallardo, timeout asked for by Decker, and he gets it. Lots of clouds rolling by at Camden Yards tonight. Right now, a comfortable evening, and hopefully the rain will stay away. 3-2 pitch, and a little roller turned over on that one. Scope will get it there in a hurry, and there are 2 down. Can you whip up a better ballpark themed dish than Adam Jones? Well, tweak your best food ideas using hashtag #IChallengeAJ. Adam's going to pick one winner to face off in a foodie battle for the ages. The fan challenge is brought to you by Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. Live fearless with a name trusted for over 75 years. If you're going to eat Adam's cooking, Live Fearless seems to be an appropriate motto, don't you think?
That's right. Yeah, better be ready.
Be ready. 2 down. Taylor Motter, strikeout victim, his first time up. A late arriving crowd here tonight, probably because of the weather. Ball game started. Ballpark was about half full. It's not anymore. Here's the 0-1 down the line, sliced into those fans for a souvenir. And Gallardo's got an 0-2 count. Lots of folks on hand to open up this weekend set. Real good crowd here on a Friday night.
Well, nice to see everybody out supporting the first place Orioles.
Gallardo ready with the 0-2. Motter gets it, a base hit. So Motter does what few can, and that's get a base hit on a 2-strike count. He is on with 2 away here in the 4th inning. And that will give Conger, the number 9 hitter, an opportunity. And Conger, a strikeout victim, his first time up in the ball game. He has had a pretty hot bat. 321 over the last dozen games. A couple of home runs, 4 RBIs. His 29th start behind the plate. Infield, the full shift on with 2 down, and the throw over. Get MOTTER back to the bag. Against Gallardo, opponents 1 for 1 in stealing bases. MOTTER has not attempted a stolen base, but he's got a pretty good lead over there. And the pitch will be taken away. 1-0. Conger with a look down to third just to see if anybody might be running here. Charlie Montoyo, their third base coach. Rocco Baldelli around first.
I don't think Baldelli wants to put the spikes on.
There he goes. Weeder's up. Plenty of time. Got him. Right on the top of the head, it looked like on that one as J.J. Hardy came over to take the throw. So the Orioles defense, they have made no mistakes in this ball game, really helping Gallardo. Kevin Cash may want to take a look at this.
Well, not a terrible jump right there, but Weeders comes out of the gate. And how about the tag by Hardy, holding the ground, straddling the base, slapping it down about as direct as you're going to see a tag, letting the ball travel, and oh yeah, he is out.
They got him, so only 3 come up here in the 4th, and it remains a 3-0 lead. Our Honda do-ups, Jones, Scope, and Machado. Our Major League Notebook on our East Winds page. Masahiro Tanaka 3-0, great ERA, and starts against the Twins. He pitches tonight against them in New York. The Red Sox left fielders on the DL now include Brock Holt, Blake Swihart, and Chris Young. Bryce Brentz has been called up from AAA for the ball game tonight in Texas. And the Blue Jays have won 8 of their last 12. They are hitting again, averaging 7 runs a game. In our American League East, Orioles on top of the Red Sox. Game and a half, 2.5 ahead of Toronto, 6 over New York, and 9.5 ahead of Tampa Bay. Back to the top of the order. Adam Jones flied out to center, his first time up. Goes after the first one, trying for the long ball.
That's the thing, Adam Jones here, since going to the leadoff spot, has seen a few more fastballs, which has helped push the production jump up. Just missing 93.
0-1 delivery by Moore. He didn't miss that one in the air to left center field. Going back on it is MOTTER at the wall and makes the catch. The second home run that the Orioles have been denied tonight. One by Jennings and one by MOTTER on balls that were right there at the fence.
It's too much altitude. Well, Jones looks like shedding a tear out there on the field. Thought he got that one. Back spinning up, plenty height, but not the distance. Coming up about 6 inches short. Couple home runs possibly taken away. MOTTER bringing one back. Jennings taking one from Manny Machado. Yeah, Moore getting a little smile out of that.
Here's Jonathan Schoop. That was good. That was very good. I thought the other night there were a couple NFL teams who are going to be looking at Adam Jones to do some punting. Because the way he kicked that gum when he rounded first base was about as good a leg kick as I've seen in a while. I mean, he got the leg up, shoulder height, did good leverage, came across the body. That was a pretty spectacular gum punt. 0-2 count. Schoop grounded out his first time up. They fouled off.
Conger taking that one off the chin. See, right over the top of the glove, squares him up.
Conger waiting. Take a look at where Schoop decides to stand. The 0-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be down low. Schoop and then Manny Machado. Orioles come in with a run differential of a +28. You compare that to Tampa Bay, a -22 coming into this ball game in run differential. Red Sox 406 runs starting the day, still #1 in the majors in runs scored. 1-2 pitch, high heat.
Oh, he's using that high fastball to his advantage right now. He's gotten away with a couple. Taken away out of the fence, but here, Jonathan Schoop can't catch up to the 93. Right at the top of the zone. Got a piece, but Conger hanging on.
Moore is dealing early here in the ball game. Coming off a game against San Francisco, he gave up 2 runs, 6 hits in 6 innings. He's had a 1.38 ERA over his last 2 starts against the Giants and Houston. There's the off-speed breaking ball in for a strike. Manny Machado was robbed of a long ball by Jennings in the first inning. The 1 pitch on the way and an off-speed delivery. It'll be fouled away. Gets ahead on the count 0-2.
And got away with one there. A changeup that stayed at the top of the zone.
Against the Orioles, 4-5 lifetime. This is his 11th start against the O's. 2-2 in 4 starts here in this ballpark. 0-2 delivery by Moore. Manny goes after it, and he's gone. So that's 3 strikeouts, and that's 12 in a row. Set down by Moore as the Rays' first inning still hanging on. By Southwest, transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. And by Ocean City, Maryland. Let us show you a good time in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at OCOcean.com. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick, future NFL kicker. In center field, Adam Jones. This is what we were talking about when Adam made his facial. This is the other night. Watch this gum. Look at this kick. Look how high he gets that foot up. Look at the gum go. Ravens might want to take a look.
Yeah, great form.
It was great form. Tremendous look. That ball's going to be fouled back. Hank Conger at the plate when MOTTER was caught stealing, so he'll start his AB again. A strikeout victim his first time up.
Gallardo getting up to that 80 pitch count. Still working in the breaking balls. The slow hitters down. Keep them off balance. Good first pitch.
Fouls that one back. First inning. Double by Forsythe. Corey Dickerson, a home run, his 13th. Double by Longoria. Single by Morrison for an RBI. All back to back to back to back, which has resulted in the 3-0 lead. Then the pitchers took over. 0-2 delivery, and that'll be up high. One ball, 2-strike count. Gallardo with a 2-1 record, just his 6th start. Orioles 3-2 in the games he has started this year. 1-2 will be rattled into that shift. Look at that. Right in the hole. You couldn't walk out there and place it any more perfectly, and Conger's got a single to lead off the 5th inning. On Friday, July 8, join the Orioles in celebrating the 50th anniversary of the team's first World Series championship. Orioles are going to welcome back members of the 66 team. Brooksy's going to be here. Jim Palmer, Boog Powell take part in special pregame ceremonies. Fans will get a 66 World Champion t-shirt. After the game, stick around for the postgame fireworks display. Great night coming up July 8. Big Jim.
That should be fun, huh?
Yes.
Man.
Still the funniest story I think I've ever heard in baseball. I can't look at Jim's statue out there without thinking of that night we took a walk out there and we were going by that statue of Jim, and there was a woman taking a picture of the statue. 0-1 delivery, and Jim walked in front of it to stand there while she was taking the picture, and the woman put the camera down and she said, "Would you please move away? Would you move out of the picture?" He even did the stance. He even put his leg up as though he was pitching so she could take a picture of the real Jim Palmer next to the legendary statue there.
Oh.
Down to third and foul, and Jim stood there kind of frozen for a minute, and she said, "No, I want to take a picture. Could you please move?" She had no idea who it was.
That is beautiful.
The chance of a lifetime.
Yeah. Man.
Gone in the wispy wind. That was, and Jim and I so we laugh about that every time we see that statue. That's the first thing that comes to our minds. It was so funny. 1-2 delivery on the way. Check swing and into the Orioles dugout. Bobby Dickerson in charge of moving people in the dugout so they don't get hit.
Well, he turned around. There must be an infielder in there because he said, "You better catch that. What are you doing?" Talking about getting in the right position. There's Flaherty.
There's Flaherty. There he is. Runner off first base. 1-2 delivery on the way, and that will be foul back.
They're trying to find a way to contain Forsythe, who has really been a nemesis here. Other than, I mean, Longoria's done some damage, obviously, but Forsythe has really become a thorn in the Orioles' side the past few seasons.
Double, a run scored. Flied out to right field in this game. Came in hitting .319 against the Orioles. That ball is caught, and just like that, a double play. Chris Davis, sometimes when you hold a runner, you're right where you need to be.
Yeah. There's some tough luck right here. Forsythe, about as good a swing as you're going to want on a cutter away. Stays over the top of the baseball, drives it on that right field line, but there's Davis to snatch it out of midair. And it's not just one. Oh, yeah, you get 2 for 1 on that one. Big double play to help Gallardo.
So 2 down. Corey Dickerson, his 13th home run in the first inning. Couple of RBIs. He's also picked up a base hit. Dickerson off to the 2-for-2 night. Two down, nobody on. So Dickerson on the year now against the Orioles. He is 5 for 16, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs against the O's this year. We said that home run he picked up, his second here at Camden Yards. Gallardo with the 1-0 delivery to him. He was going for another, missed it.
Yeah, well, he can get pitched to. I mean, there is definitely power, and you have to be careful. But another one of these Rays hitters with the low batting average and mistakes he's been able to square up, but he's been flirting with that Mendoza line as well this year.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. Tolliver in the bullpen. Asher Tolliver getting ready with that pitch count having jumped way up on Gallardo. 2 ball, 1 strike count with 2 down. Right-hander gets it on the corner.
Well, he doesn't like it in there, does he?
Nope.
Couple cutters in there on the inside edge, and he's jumped out of the way. Maybe he's trying to set Gallardo up.
2 ball, 2 strike count on him. He's one of only 3 players to have all of his home runs 12 or more off a right-hander. And we'll foul that one away. Again, Gallardo was trying to come in. It was more of a protect me swing than anything else.
Up there on the top, but it stayed too much over the plate. Drive that ball down and in. Be able to steal one on the inner edge again.
Gallardo. Here's the 2-2 off the end of the bat. Raimo coming, will get there and put it away. Faces only 3, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Trumbo leads it off. On both sides. Manny Machado at his first at bat off the suspension. Jennings robs him of a home run right up on the wall. And then the Orioles have another home run chance. Adam Jones leading off the 4th inning. MOTTER left field. Adams responds.
I always say baseball, you gotta laugh to stop from crying. Adam just said screw it, I'm gonna cry.
That's right.
Heck with it.
Mark Trumbo will foul that one away. Can we put a tag on our Jim Palmer story? Jimmy sent me a message and said, more people need to know who I used to be.
Beautiful.
That's a classic. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Moore. That's, as Mike has noted, where he's trying to live, upstairs, 0-2.
Yeah, he can get some strikes up there. Looks good, but a lot of life through the top of the zone. And lefty's heater.
Oh, 2 count. Trumbo, Davis, and Wieters. Mark will take the fastball away. With the home run he got on Wednesday, 6 home runs this month. First player, franchise history, to hit at least 6 home runs in each of his first 3 months with the team. No Oriole. No other Oriole has done that. In fact, not many players have done that. Conger sets up away, and that's where he put it and gets it. 4 strikeouts.
Boy, command is really good right now with the heater of Moore. You see him working the perimeter. He gets ahead and then goes to the top, away with a couple quality pitches. Tough to get to that pitch.
That'll bring Chris Davis up. Defense moves around on him. A lifetime .237 hitter against the Rays with 23 career home runs. Pretty good breaking ball, but missed. Texas has jumped out to an early 3-0 lead over the Red Sox in Texas. Another breaking ball, and that one is in there for a strike. Since May 20, the Rangers have the best record in the majors. They're 25-7, but their starting rotation drifting off into the DL of late. 1-1 delivery on the way. Davis goes after that one to left field. Motter again. Can't get it. It'll go up into the seats, I think. It did. Ground rule double. And again, that's what happens when you don't have your outfielders and you got people playing there who haven't played there.
Yeah, he's a versatile player. He can play some infield. But this is a tough ball. Moonshot. He's playing more straight away left field, right on the line, and he just starts drifting and tries to turn it into another gear, but a little too late there. Making a tough play on the run. Davis able to get the ground rule double. See the good effort on the end. And had a chance to really get under that ball. Maybe the wind pushing it away a little bit.
Yeah, there was some wind blowing towards left field. That's the first hit. That's why Motter will feel bad about that. That's the first hit the Orioles have, so Moore pitched perfect baseball through 4 1/3. Now Matt Wieters, who grounded out his first time up. Matt goes after it, pokes it in the air to shallow right again. Decker a long way to go, but he'll get there. And there are 2 down. Take a look at our PNC minor league report. PNC for the achiever in you.
Yeah, Ariel Miranda really starting to turn the corner here. Last 2 starts, he's only scattered the 4 hits and 1 walk. 14 strikeouts and 13 innings pitched. And that last start, 6 shutout innings, 5 punch outs, allowing only the 3 hits and no walks. So command the key for Ariel Miranda. A lot of people saying that he's knocking on the door. Of course, pitching in AAA right now. 27-year-old out of Cuba.
More and more of the players from Cuba showing up around Major League Baseball. Looks like Gallardo's night is done after 5 innings. J.J. Hardy, runner at second base, and the pitch in there for a strike. J.J. popped out his first time up. With the injuries, just 3 for 15 with runners in scoring position, while Moore has a .265 average in these situations. Davis off second base. Hardy jammed. As Mike said, Moore really putting the baseball where he wants it.
Boy, it's coming out of his arm or hand really smooth right now. I think there is some little extra sneaky life on the heater. This Orioles team real good at getting on a good fastball. Not able to square this one up as consistently as we've seen.
0-2 the count. Morris pitch up high. Orioles during this homestand have pushed that runner in scoring position number up as a team. Bucks ball club 14 for 48. That's a .292 average during the homestand with runners in scoring position. And they got one here. 1-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be up high. And that's the pitch you got to lay off if you're going to get to Moore.
Yeah, nice take right there from J.J. Hardy. It just gets more enticing as the at bat goes, but you see what he's trying to do. Work in to the righties, more comfortable on his glove side, and of course trying to get some chases and some weak fly balls with the top of the strike zone.
And J.J. takes another. So the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Moore, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Reimold waiting on deck. Orioles trying to get on the board. They've erased one of those zeros with their first hit, the double by Chris Davis. And now Hardy trying to get something under that R. 3-2 delivery on the way, and he's going to do it. Base hit to right field. Charging is Decker. Bobby Dickerson waving him home. Here's Decker's throw way off the mark. So the outfield that isn't has cost the Rays here in the 5th inning as Hardy delivers the RBI single 3-1.
Pretty impressive at bat there by J.J. Hardy. Consistent at diet of fastballs until the 3-2 breaking ball that he serves out into the right field. And that's a stake on the end. Chris Davis always running hard. It's a pretty good read there at second base. We'll put the first run on the board for the O's.
So Hardy with his 10th run batted in, and this just his 28th game. The Orioles make it a 3-1 ball game. So here in the 5th inning, Moore loses both the no-hitter and the shutout. Now Reimold, who flied out to right field his first time up, and a fine play made by Decker against him, will take the pitch for a ball. Nolan has had 1 hit in 7 at bats against the Rays this year, and that's a home run. He has 5 total against Tampa Bay in his career. Goes after that one, pops it back and out of play.
I'll take a look better at home indeed for Matt Moore. Home 238 in the Trop, but on the road a 342 opponent batting average. Biggest differential in Major League Baseball of 104. Of course, he does have the 3 wins at home, none on the road, and he's sporting 6.35 earned run average in his 5 road starts.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Hardy off first base. That'll be up high. Against the Orioles this year, Moore in that start on the 27th gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in 7 innings. He pitched against Chris Tillman in that game. Orioles won it 3-1, and he took the loss. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Reimold goes after it, can't catch up to it. 2-2.
Zoom ball right there, a little 2-seamer starting away. He wants some extra life. The lefties get it on that arm side. See the circle change grip. We're going to it as much here in this game, though. Too much life on the heater.
2-2 will wait. Hardy only a step, if that, off the bag. Lefties 2-2 delivery on the way, and the inside corner strike. 5 strikeouts picked up by Moore, but the Orioles are on the board. A run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. 3-1 Rays. It's Captain Dave Chen, and saved an individual who was contemplating suicide May 26 on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. He's with the Anne Arundel County Fire Department, a firefighter. He and his fellow firefighters at Jones Station, we thank them for all the work they do. He has done that before, and we recognize Captain Dave Chen here at the ballpark tonight.
Pretty amazing. Nice to see the huge crowd recognizing him as well. Everybody standing on their feet.
Can't even imagine. Gallardo comes back out. They do not go to the bullpen yet. First ball put up in the air by Longoria to right. Rickert. Longoria retired 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored, and that will be it for Gallardo. Because Longoria, even with the base hit, is only 2 for 12 against Gallardo, so he wanted him to face him. But he will come out of there with one away here in the 6th inning. Our pitching change brought to you by Jiffy Lube, where participating stores now do brake services. Stop in and let Jiffy Lube inspect your brakes today.
It's game 1 of a 4-game set. And Gallardo getting helped out by his D. Welcome back, Manny Machado. Beautiful running play. And how about Jonathan Schoop showing the range up the middle to take a hit away. Gold Glove catcher to Gold Glove shortstop, gunning down the running game. And Chris Davis. Such a Gold Glove year for him at first base. Unassisted line drive double play. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free great quote. Let's go to the pen. Asher Tolliver in 4 games. Did a nice job and got a quick call back up.
And his first pitch will be away to Morrison, who was singled, struck out. Picked up an RBI in the 1st inning. So Gallardo out of there. 3 runs, 7 hits, 5 1/3. He walked 2, struck out 3. And the pitch will be inside.
We'll take a look at YOVANI's line tonight. 5 1/3 innings. After that rough 1st inning, he settled in and became dominant, shutting down this Rays team. 96 pitches, 61 for strikes, only a couple walks, and we showed the defense behind him.
Tolliver's 2-0 delivery, and that will be in there for a strike. Tolliver out of Little Rock, Arkansas, 28 years old, went to Oklahoma City University last year, entire time with AA Bowie. Started with AA Bowie this year, got called up, then when sent down he went to AAA Norfolk and then called up again on June 22. Pitch taken outside. He's had 160 minor league games under his belt, just 4 starts, 9-9, 3.11 ERA in his career in the minors. See the Orioles defense shifting behind him with a 3-ball 1-strike count on Morrison. 273 off left-handers, and he'll ground that one down to first over the bag. No. A foul ball.
How about Tolliver joining one of the best bullpens in the business this season? The win percentage second in the American League. 25 saves, of course, headed by Zach Britton, second. Earned run average, innings pitched, which I think they may be a little concerned about. That number getting up there, but very respectable opponent batting average as well.
Express Care, a HealthBridge health partner. For locations, visit whywaitinther.com.
The 240 innings, fifth most innings pitched by bullpen. Of course, a lot of short outings by the rotation. No concern about some of the arms getting overused, and especially heading into this big weekend with the doubleheader.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
3-ball, 2-strike count. There's Gallardo. Can't win, could be a loser. He's got a streak going against the East. 6 consecutive W's. 3-2 delivery on the way, and that ball goes towards center. Jones coming, won't have a play. So Morrison is on with a base hit. He's 2 for 3. Single with 1 down. Visit Orioles.com/auction to bid on the special Father's Day jerseys and caps worn this past weekend by players and coaches. They've been authenticated, autographed, available, and the proceeds benefit the Prostate Cancer Discovery Fund of the Brady Urology Institute at Johns Hopkins Medical Center. That's bidding that will close, by the way, on Sunday at 10. One away, runner on. Miller is grounded out and drawn a walk. Miller goes after it. Down the line and right, not deep. Rickard will get there. Makes the catch.
And the horseshoe route on that. Boy, the long way to record that second out. There might be some wind kind of pushing around in the stadium tonight.
There is, yeah. There are storms going by, no question, and it springs up in a hurry. Sometimes the flags are right up against the pole, and then a moment later they are blowing hard. Generally that's the direction in, but we've had a couple of breezes that have blown, especially on Davis's double, blowing it towards the left field seat. 2 down, runner on at first. Here is Jennings, has hit into a double play, and he has popped out. Jennings just 182 off left-handers, 10 for 55, and the pitch will be taken inside. Oliver falls behind on him, 2-0. 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 left on for the Rays. The Orioles a run on 2 hits, 1 left on base. 2-0 delivery, breaking ball. 3-0 Despaigne. Orioles will get a right-hander in the bullpen. Morrison off first base and missed on all of them. So the walk surrendered by Tolliver. 2 on, 2 down.
He's being a little too careful maybe right there with Jennings. Of course, benefit here to face the lefty Decker, but man, you want to put extra guys on base. The run really matters right now.
Yep. Decker has drawn a walk and he is grounded out. Tampa Bay is 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position tonight. Decker will take it up high for a ball. As a team, Tampa Bay is last in the American League with a .227 average with runners in scoring position. Wieters will go out to have a word. During their 7-game losing streak coming into tonight's ball game, they only had 5 hits in their last 42 at bats in these situations. So they've had some opportunities, but they have not been able to take advantage of them. Tonight, so far, they have. In that first inning. Morrison at second, Jennings at first. Good location on that one. 1-1.
Yeah, great heater outside corner, 94 miles an hour. Real good arm. Locate with that fastball. stay here a while. See a couple good pitches right on the outer edge.
1-1 delivered. First name spelled J-A-F-F, but it is Jeff. A misprint on his birth certificate ended up with that spelling, but in honor of his uncle, he maintained that spelling and the pronunciation Jeff as had been intended. 3 ball, 1 strike count. Big at bat. 3-1 delivery got him to pop up to short. Jones coming in from center wants it. Adams, see that wind blow it over. Makes the play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. Our Crown Royal do-ups: Rickert, Jones, and Schoop. Today, Orioles first baseman Chris Davis joined the Casey Cares Foundation at the Extra Innings facility in Elkridge, Maryland. Signed autographs, played games with the critically ill children and their families. The Caring Connections program encourages families to meet, share, support each other while taking part in themed and group parties. For more information on how you can help, go to caseycares.org. Good for Chris. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Pitch will be taken for a strike. Moore has walked none, struck out 5. Orioles have a run on 2 hits against him. Joey Rickert at the plate. Rickert will take it inside. Rickert leads the Orioles in most pitches per plate appearance, 4.4, which happens to be the 4th most in the majors. Mike Napoli is 4.63. He is number 1 in the majors in pitches seen per plate appearance. 1-1 delivery on the way, and he bunting for a base hit. Tried to push it by the left-hander, didn't get it there. Nice work by Moore. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 supporting the Be More for Healthy Babies. 218 walks, $10,900. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle.
A pretty nice play right there by Matt Moore, fielding his position. That whole right side opened up. And Rickert tried to push that bunt through, but he fielded and covered some ground very well.
Adam Jones up. Adam has flied out twice, robbed of a home run his last time up by MOTTER in left field. MOTTER playing just his 2nd game in left field this year. And the pitch taken for a strike. There's MOTTER. I told you all those 4 outfielders down, so that outfield has been rearranged. 0-1 pitch on the way. That will be taken inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. An efficient 69 pitches thrown so far by Matt Moore.
And he really hasn't had to do a lot with his secondary stuff, just moving his fastball around.
1-1 will be up high. 2-ball, 1-strike count on Adam. Good ball game here in the first of 4. Doubleheader tomorrow. 1 o'clock, 7 o'clock. A split admission doubleheader. Jones will foul it off. Kevin Gausman, Matt Andriese in the first one. Chris Tillman, Jake Odorizzi in the second. Both of them coming up right here for you. First one 12:30 O's extra, and then 6:30 for the night game. And of course the Sunday afternoon matchup, 1:30 ball game. Jones on the 2-2 gets around on it into the seats foul.
Oh, boy, that's a nice swing right there from Adam Jones. He has really been locked in on his bat path. Shown right there that he may have gotten around a little bit, rotated, and I'll direct that bat head. Boy, it takes off, and it is a straight line right to the baseball.
2-ball, 2-strike count. Adam gets that one to left field, going back. Motter at the wall, up and goodbye, home run. Not going to catch that one. Adam Jones delivers the long ball and makes it a 1-run ball game, his 14th.
The man is hot. Continues to have an outstanding month of June.
For a Maryland lottery contestant, Robert Steppen, worth $500, and to the Orioles worth that much closer. So the third try was golden. Robbed of 2 home runs earlier. The O's get one.
He gets this one up center of the plate. We're hoping it'll come down, but no, too much carry from Adam Jones.
Jonathan Scope will take it up high. So the 16th home run against Moore comes on that swing.
Wow, that is a beautiful swing from Adam Jones. Square shoulders, short to the baseball, and then of course long through it. 8 miles an hour off the bat. 377. He made his adjustment. He added a couple feet for that one.
2-0 delivery to Scope, and he'll foul that one back. Jonathan has grounded out and struck out. Adams' home run is the 112th for the Orioles, who are #1 in home runs. And have continued to be consistent in their usage of the long ball to get on the board. 2-1 delivery on the way, and Scope after one upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you really have to stay short, and at some point here start playing that fastball up at the top of the zone. And Jones got it there. He's got to square it up because the ball is getting knocked down to left field. I thought Adam got that one pretty good.
2-2 delivery on the way. Scope will take that down low. The Orioles now have 60 home runs here at Camden Yards, 27 in their last 13 games, including that one by Adam Jones. 3-ball, 2-strike count. Trumbo tied for the league lead with 21. Adam now with 14. 3-2 delivery to the hole. That's going to be a base hit. So Scope on with a single, and the Orioles get the potential tying run on. The go-ahead potential comes to the plate. On Sunday, July 9, Manny Magic takes over Birdland. Fans at that afternoon's game against the Angels get the Manny Machado Garden Gnome. It's a unique giveaway, certain to become an instant favorite and collectible. Note, special 4:05 start time on Saturday, July 9. Get your tickets at Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Use hashtag MannyMagic on social media to join the conversation. Oh for 2. Strikeout, robbed of a home run by Jennings. Adam Jones had been robbed by MOTTER in the 4th. Third time a charm for the Orioles with the Jones home run. 1 away.
Nasty breaking ball there. Starting away, be a ball in the other batter's box, and then a breaking down and in. Not more. First 75 pitches, 277. Beyond that, bears down pretty good.
Breaking ball chopped to third. That's a fair ball. Goes off Longoria. Everybody's going to be safe. Manny Machado right down the line, and Longoria could not find a handle on that one as it ran up his arm and out into shallow left.
And he's been playing tight on that third base line, and that might have been a reason why it kind of got him in between. Maybe surprised him. He had the ball and then kind of over boogied. He got more in front of it than he was supposed to. Much better at playing that ball off to the side where you can really see it. The ball got on his body.
So Jim Hickey comes out to have a word now with the entire infield cast and Matt Moore. It'll be a base hit for Machado. So the Orioles have runners on at first and second, 1 down, a run in on the home run by Jones. The Orioles, their third chance with a runner in scoring position in the game. They're 1 for 2. Manny the base hit. Trumbo to the plate. Mark has struck out and popped out. So the Orioles not only threatening to get it tied, but get a lead here in the 6th inning. Pitch will be outside. Talked about how Trumbo having at least 6 home runs in each of the first 3 months playing for a new team. Last player to do that was Vladimir Guerrero with the Angels in 2004, a year he won the MVP. Trumbo, patient, takes it away, and the count goes 2-0.
A couple good takes right there. Off-speed pitches. Moore trying to get big slugger to fish. Be a little over aggressive. But Trumbo staying tall, keeping the eyes on the baseball, not even flinching.
Tampa Bay got their runs in the first inning. Not scored since. 2-0 delivery. Trumbo with a big cut. And the count goes to 2-1. Dickerson a 2 RBI homer in the first. Morrison an RBI base hit. Then Gallardo shut him down. Moore had pitched perfect baseball through 4 1/3. Davis got the first hit, a double, scored in the 5th inning on a hearty single. Home run by Jones this inning, 3-2. Jonathan Scope not that far off the bag. No one came over to cover. In the dirt. Nice play by Conger. That saves the runners from moving up.
Yeah, he hasn't had to make a lot of blocks in this ball game, but when he has, he's come up big. This ball is spiked hard down and in, and somehow over the glove, the slider prevented from getting to the backstop.
Moore has always thrown a lot of wild pitches. 3 so far this year. First and second for the O's, 3-1. 93 and a full count.
Just at the top of the strike zone right there. We're wondering how we couldn't get a piece. Stayed pretty short. Take a look. Extra life. Almost a. That's a 4-seamer just riding through the top of the zone.
Only one down. 3-2 delivery. Runners not going. Foul back. So it'll hold the count at 3-2.
Bobby Dickerson down there at third base, pointing at Machado and Scope. Pay attention to the outfielders. They are deep. Might be able to get good reads here. The balls that drop in the front. They're ground balls, even with Machado to advance to third base.
(3-2) for the second time. We'll have to wait. Timeout was granted. Trumbo asked for it. Jim Hickey talking with manager Kevin Cash. You can bet about what do we do here. The Orioles get another hit or two. 3-ball, 2-strike count. Trumbo reaches, keeps the at-bat alive. And a third 3-2 pitch will be coming.
Conger thought they had him set up for that fastball down and away. Remember at the beginning of this AB, started him off with a couple changeups down and away, and then started going with the heater up and in, top of the zone. See the pitch track there, pretty obvious. Then they tried to sneak the heater down and away with the 7th pitch, but Trumbo, nice job keeping it alive.
3-2 delivery again. Trumbo pops it up back near the screen. Conger throws away the mask, but it's on the other side. First rule, young catchers, you hang on to the mask when you're chasing a pop-up until you know where you're going to go, and then heave that mask as far in the other direction as you can. Just don't hit the umpire.
Right.
What an at-bat. Orioles, Jonathan Scope, Machado on. Matt Moore and Trumbo in a battle. Moore wants the signs again, so he steps off. This will be the 4th 3-2 pitch. First warm-up action we've seen for the Rays. Trumbo takes it and he draws the walk. And the Orioles have loaded him up with one away.
Well, that's a great at-bat by Trumbo. He got pitched tough, fouled off some nasty pitches, and wins the battle there.
First walk surrendered by Moore. And now Chris Davis with the sacks full and the Orioles down a run.
Well, how about Matt Moore this season? 500 opponent batting average with the bases loaded, 2 for 4. As would love to add to those numbers.
A big chance for Chris Davis and the Orioles right here. Delivery to Chris. That ball's going to go in the gap. He's got himself a base hit. Cut off by Decker. 1 run is scored. Second one coming to the plate. Throws offline. Gets away. Coming in is going to be Trumbo. They can't get to the plate for the ball. All 3 score. And the Orioles have a 5-3 lead. Alexis Towson drive of the game.
How about Chris Davis? Bases loaded, jumping on the first pitch. Elevated heater. He finds a hole out right center. Everybody coming around. Manny Machado hustling in, but ball gets away from Conger. And how about Trumbo keeping his head on a swivel? He just walked. And there he is scoring the 3rd run. All the way from first base. Davis clearing.
2 RBIs, an error on the second baseman Forsythe on the throw to the plate. Wieters puts it up in the air. Davis tagging. He's going to go. Here's the throw, and he's in. The Orioles taking full advantage of this outfield in this ball game. So Wieters retired. Davis, however, will move up.
Well, you're exactly right. Taking advantage of young outfielders. You got to push them. They're unproven at this level. Davis tagging on into third base. Ball kicks away. And Moore getting a little frustrated backing up bases right now.
So another runner over. Our drive of the game on the Davis hit, brought to you by Lexus of Towson, the area's #1 luxury dealer. Come see why at lexusofTowson.com. J.J. Hardy, runner at third, 2 down. Hardy already has 1 RBI, base hit, and he is popped out. Pitch in there for a strike. So the Orioles have scored 5 runs on 6 hits. Let the smiles begin here in the 6th inning, after having been shut down for 4 1/3 of perfect baseball from Matt Moore. Pitch taken inside. Hardy. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 2 RBIs for Chris Davis. Davis now has 2 doubles in the ball game. The other run scores the Trumbo run on the error charged to Forsythe. Chris on the year, 44 runs batted in. 0-1 delivery on the way. Hardy will pop it up. Conger again back, and again no play.
Well, I don't know, but with Jonathan Schoop getting moved up to the top, and if he can stay consistent, this has got to be the most dangerous offensive lineup in the business right now. Adam Jones, of course, has been red hot since moving to the leadoff spot. Jonathan Schoop has been on fire, hitting now in 18 of his last 22 games, well up over 300. Manny Machado is back in the lineup. He's an MVP candidate here at the early going. And then, of course, Trumbo leading the American League, and Davis right behind him. I mean, it's a stout lineup.
Pitch is going to be taken up and in. So it looks like Matt Moore, the tank pretty much near the E mark. Probably as much frustration as being physically tired. Geltz is ready in the bullpen. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Davis at third base. Moore trying to get through the inning. That ball will be driven to right field, hit hard. Decker back, warning track, reaching, and will make the catch. The Orioles send 8 to the plate here in the 6th inning. They pick up 4 runs. Adam Jones led it off. A home run, his 14th of the season, starting the inning to a 5-3 lead. Run, and the Orioles now have a 5-3 lead. Gary Thorne along with the active models for Orioles clothing.
Yes. Well, I'm not putting it on yet.
Mike Bordick. who does a tremendous job displaying the fine pullover.
This is for game 2 of tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is nice.
So
this
fans
is legit
showing up
too. Beautiful.
It is, and it goes with your skin color, I might add.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Jaundice?
Yes, it does. Jaundice. A big inning. When you've scored the way the Orioles have done all season long, you believe in yourself. In an inning like that, they just wait for it to happen.
I'm telling you, there's no panic in this offense right now. They all believe in themselves. I think the movement at the top now with Jonathan Scope going up to the number 2 hole. Of course, Manny Machado and everybody in this lineup believes in Machado and knows the impact he has. Adam Jones is rolling. You get the team leader confident like that, and everybody follows suit. It's been fun to watch.
So Despaigne comes on to pitch.
Yeah, and he's been doing a nice job. 3 games. This will be his 4th with the O's. Sub-2 earned run average. He just gives you a little different look. He can mix it up, change his delivery, change the looks with all of his offerings. That's a good arm, and it was a great insurance policy in spring training, and he's certainly here to help right now.
So Tolliver worked 2/3 of an inning, 1 walk, 1 hit. And in light of that and what the Orioles did in the bottom half of the inning, he has a chance to get his first major league win. In fact, his first major league decision.
Yes.
Despaigne on to do the pitching in his place. Right-hander's delivery will be fouled away. MOTTER, CONGER, and Forsythe due up as we are in the 7th inning. Orioles now with the 5 runs, 6 hits, leaving 2. The Rays 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They've left 4. Despaign's delivery in the air to left field, hit pretty good. Reimoldo's got room and makes the catch as that ball kept drifting back and left. The first out of the inning. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. School is out. They come to the ballpark, and they did, with a lot of other folks. We've seen an exciting ball game and not done yet. Conger a base hit and is struck out. Despaign's delivery will miss away for a ball. One-0 pitch taken outside. Despaigne against San Diego 3 days ago. Last outing, 3rd of an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk. Debuted in Boston with the Orioles on the 15th of this month, and goes 3-0 in the number 9 hitter. Top of the order, Forsythe waiting on deck. Orioles looking for yet another comeback win in this game, and that is a strike. Conger will stay. With the Orioles putting up 5 runs in this ball game now, Tampa Bay has allowed 5 or more in 8 consecutive games. Foul back, and they've lost all of the previous 7 coming into this one.
Yeah,
Kevin Cash has just been everything.
Yeah, and when you have a team, you know, that's been scuffling a little bit, and they don't have their frontline guys, and they're all the injuries, and everything just keeps kind of snowballing. You just kind of wonder, when they take the early lead, they say, okay, well, what's going to happen in this ball game? You know, so you're never comfortable, and you're always kind of doubting your abilities, and good teams take advantage of that. And the Orioles took advantage of that here in this part of the game. Now, they definitely have to close this out, but you can kind of see a different feel with the teams. You know, the Orioles, it didn't seem like any kind of panic. They were just going about the business. Gallardo settled in and was just dealing out there, working the edges, and it just took a little time for the Orioles offense to finally get to more.
And Despaigne with a strikeout as 2 down. Forsythe, leadoff batter, double, flied out and lined into a double play. Last time up. 2 down, 7th inning. 1 pitch on the way. He'll take that one. It'll be up high for a ball. 31-39 the record for this Tampa Bay team. trying to avoid their 8th consecutive loss. 1-1 pitch on the way. That'll be on the inside corner for a strike. The last time Tampa Bay lost 8 straight was in 2014. It was part of a 10-game losing streak in 14. They've lost 7 coming into this one. 1-2 pitch. Sweeping pitch that's going to miss up and away.
Fun to watch Despaigne work, you know, he pulled the slider across there after backing one up on the inside corner, but dropping the arm angles down a little bit. A different look every time.
Over the top, Hardy. Davis the stretch and a 1-2-3 inning for Despaigne. 7th inning stretch time on this Friday night. Our Chevy do-ups, Reimold, Rickert, and Jones. Orioles baseball on MASN is brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Fans up, 7th inning stretch time. We'll open our Major League notebook with the Orioles up in this one by 2. Take a look at our senior circuit. With a win today, the Cubs put the Marlins 6 games over 500. They haven't been there more than 5 games. They haven't done that since June of 2012. While the Cubs are looking to avoid a 5-game losing streak. They've only scored 9 runs in those 5 games. And Paul Goldschmidt of Arizona, often overlooked, one of the game's really great players, has reached base safely in each of his last 45 games against Colorado. 2nd longest streak in Rockies history. Mike Piazza is going into the Hall of Fame this year. Had a 48-game streak against the Rockies, 95 through 99. That's a lot of games.
That is a ton of games. Are the Cubs going to be okay? 5-game losing streak?
How can that be?
They have 100 wins almost, I think.
Well, they certainly, I mean, their lead is obviously really devastating to everybody else in the division. They're up by 9 games over the Cardinals, 14 over Pittsburgh, 15.5 Milwaukee, and Cincinnati looking ahead to next year, 20 games out. But the Cubs, like all teams in Major League Baseball, are going to hit a little rut. There'll be no rut there, I'll tell you that much. Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Darren O'Day looking forward to getting back. Still no date for the Oriole bullpen ace. Orioles leading here. Reimold, the only Oriole not to hit in the 6th inning, and they got 4 runs on 4 hits. Reimold, Rickert, and Jones. Pitch taken for a strike. Matt Moore remains on the mound, trying to give his bullpen a little break. That's going to be a base hit. Reimold got one. He'll make the big turn and stay. Motter gets it in. So Reimold's on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dominion National, providing the innovative high-value dental and vision benefits to area employers and individuals. Show those pearly whites. Here is Joey Rickert. Talked about how busy he'd been in the outfield. Start of the game in particular. Tampa Bay has had 6 hits to right field, and there have been 3 outs recorded. So he's been in 9 plays out there in right field. And they all came in a clump at the beginning of the game. And he was chasing everything. Right, left, in, back. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. Rickert has grounded out twice. 6-game hit streak for Joey. He's now 1 for 5, a home run off that left-hander.
And Moore, a little surprised he's back out there after that 6th inning where he threw 33 pitches, but he was kind of cruising along up until then.
Showed bunt. He tried to get on bunting his last time up, and Moore fielded it on the first base side and got him. Well, that tells you just how exhausted this Tampa Bay bullpen is.
Oh, yeah.
With a doubleheader coming up tomorrow, their bullpen is out of gas. They will probably. Geltz has been up. He's ready to go. 1-1 delivery on the way. Rickert will fight that one off. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Rickert leads the Orioles when there's 2 strikes in the count. His batting average is .217. How about the fact Ichiro is the #1 hitter with 2 strikes in the majors? .358.
Do it.
What? .358. The average in the American League is $1.75. When you have 2 strikes on you, he's hitting .358. Orioles as a team, 177 in 2-strike situation. 1-2. Reimold, not a big lead at first. Breaking ball will miss away.
Ichiro, one of the last remaining true contact type players. You know, put the ball in play and go. Not afraid to work the count. We were talking about Joey Rickert early on in the year. We're still seeing so many pitches, but it had become a problem. And Scott Coolbaugh talked to him after that first month. Said, if you see these cookies, you can't let them go by now, because they've kind of figured you out. They're going to get ahead, and then they're going to go to their A pitches to finish you off. And sure enough, that's what happened. Took a little dive there, but he's making his adjustments. And now you see, if there are runners in scoring position or opportunities earlier in counts, he's getting after it a little more aggressively.
3-2 delivery will be fouled back into the seats. Rickert will be seeing his 7th pitch of this at bat. 3-ball, 2-strike count.
Pretty impressive number there, hitting over 300 7th inning or later. This team really thrives on the late innings in ball games. A great come from behind team. They're not intimidated by tough bullpens. They beat some of the best already this year.
Throw over again. Reimold is just barely off the bag. .3-2 delivery. Runner not going. Fouled off his foot. The Orioles putting up those runs Orioles have now had 3 or more runs in a ball game, 22 consecutive games. They're vying for their all-time high in that regard, which is 23. And with tonight's game, they're up to 22. The offense really clicking, as it has virtually all season long. A couple of slumps, as you'd expect, but they haven't been prolonged in any way. 3-2 delivery again. That'll go directly to second base. Forsythe 1, relay Miller, not in time.
We'll take a look. Ground ball to second base. Forsythe will flip it on to shortstop, but does the shortstop catch the base? The quick toe drag. And if it ended up catching the corner of the base.
Adam Jones telling the home plate umpire Buck Showalter wants to hold it up here. That's the question. Yeah, he did.
Doesn't look like he ever got the base there.
Came across the back of the bag. Brad Miller.
It's an old school turn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Get out of the way of the runner. No need to be that quick on the backside when runners aren't coming in to get a piece of you.
Tough one. You saw he kicked up dirt right by the bag,
Yeah.
but did he ever get his? Did he ever actually touch the bag? Orioles aren't going to argue it. So it'll be a fielder's choice. Rickard on at first base, 1 down. Adam Jones, 14th home run, 6th inning, robbed of another long ball in the 4th by Jennings, and he is flied out. Conger again with a good stop, holding Rickard on at first base. Base stealers only 1 for 4 against Moore. If the Orioles have anybody who might take off with a 5-3 lead, it would be Rickard. 4 out of 5. But you got the big boppers coming up. You really don't want to make an out at second base.
No, and that's why this team doesn't run. You know, Adam Jones could pop one out of here. Scope, Manny, hold your ground. Let the pitcher worry about you. And chances are he might make a mistake.
Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike count. See that pitch count continuing to climb for Matt Moore. And we're going to try, he's going to try, and the team's going to try to coax him through this inning. 1-1 delivery on the way. Didn't foul it off. All the way to the backstop. That'll move Rickard down to second base. And 1 ball, 2 strike count. Conger, who has made some nice stops, couldn't stop this one.
It took a little off the fastball, 89 miles an hour. Just whiffed it.
Yeah, had the glove turned the wrong way.
Yeah.
So a pass ball will be charged on Conger. You can see the woes of the Rays showing up here in game 1 of this 4-game set.
Yes.
1-2 delivery on the way, and again the off-speed pitch. That'll be 6 strikeouts picked up by Moore, and there are 2 down.
Pretty impressive stuff here, though. 111th pitch, a nasty changeup, filling up the spot where he just threw an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. It played very well, executed perfectly to get Jones.
That'll be it. He threw 114 against Houston June 12, 111 in this one. Moore out.
earned runs, a 4 spot in the 6th inning. Help lead to that. 6 punch outs, only the 1 walk. And he will now give way to Steve Geltz. Back in the Rays bullpen. The season his pitch arsenal, the fastball 70% of the time. Heater in the low 90s. The slider and a split finger he used for the change. 6.75 earned run average. Been getting hit pretty good. 8 2/3 or 18 2/3 innings. 16 punch outs. Only hitting 236. Righties way up to 289. He's controlling the lefties down at 176 batting average. 57% of his inherited runners have been stranded.
So Geltz comes on with a runner at second base, 2 down, and Jonathan Schoop coming to the plate. Jonathan, a base hit, 1 for 3, scored a run. Now has a 6-game hit streak. And Matt Moore out of there, responsible for the runner on at second base, surrendering 7 hits. 2 down. Geltz delivers, and the breaking ball will be taken outside. Schoop is 0 for 3 against the right-handed reliever who has really struggled of late. He's given up 9 home runs in 18 2/3 innings. ERA 9.2 in his last 12 outings. And that one will be buried in the dirt. Rickard will stay at second base. He said this bullpen has had to work way too much as far as innings pitched in consecutive games where they've continually had to come in. They are 11th in ERA now. They've given up the 3rd most home runs of any bullpen. 2-0 delivery on the way. That'll be taken for a strike at the knees. Jonathan wasn't sure. And the count at 2-1.
Yeah, a little different look here. Obviously right-hander, but a quicker, more up-tempo delivery. Not as smooth as Moore. Short arm.
Rickard a good lead off second. 2-1 delivery. And a 2-2. The Geltz trying to end this inning right here. This is the first appearance Geltz has had against the Orioles this season. He came up on June 17 for his 2nd stint with the ball club from the minors. Schoop waiting, 2-2 delivery, and got one up and fouls it out of play. Souvenir. Steve Geltz, 28 years old. He was a workhorse last year. 70 games out of the bullpen. Had 2 starts. Ended up 2-6 with a 3.74 earned run average. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Thought about it. Full 3-2. Another 7-pitch at bat. The Orioles have had a few of those once they started their offense going in the 5th inning. Three-two delivery on the way, and again foul back.
Jonathan's been showing really good patience and starting to master his own strike zone. Not as many chases. He's been able to work some pitchers, and typically a very aggressive hitter. But if he sees a pitch he likes on the plate, he's letting it fly.
Three-two again. Rickard off second and got him. Up. And Geltz will get the strikeout to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base, 7 complete. Orioles up 5-3. 7th. Game 1. The Kevin Gausman on the mound against Matt Andresi. Our coverage on MASN 1230 O's Extra, presented by Southwest. And our game at 1. All the access you need right here on MASN.
We'll take a look at tomorrow's starters for Game 1. Andresi 6-0 record with a 2.88 in dealing this year. He'll take on Kevin Gausman, who's in search of his first victory of the year. Looking to lower that earned run average down a bit. 4.37 right now for Kevin. A pretty good matchup. Kevin's been pitching pretty well lately. Brad Brock now out of the Orioles bullpen. Fastball 60% of the time. Powerhouse fastball from the side. Mid-90s with the heater, slider, and change. 1-1-1 earned run average. Has picked up the 5 wins. 47 punch-outs and 40 2/3 innings of work. Pretty impressive. And opponents hitting just 162 off Brad Brock.
He will get 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. Corey Dickerson, who had the home run in the first inning, is 13th. Good for 2 RBIs. Picked up a base hit, 2 for 3 in the ballgame. Brock's got a win against Tampa Bay this year. He's 1-0. This is the 5th game he's pitched in against the Rays. 4 1/3 innings. He has given up nothing. 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. And that one will be way inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Matt Moore out of there. 5 runs, 7 hits, 6 2/3 innings. He walked 1, struck out 6. The Rays have lost each of Moore's last 4 starts against the Orioles, and maybe 5 if the Orioles hang on to this lead. In the air to center. Adam Jones has it. Dickerson's retired. 1 away in the 8th. Take a look at our AL League leaders, brought to you by Coons.com. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting.
Relief wins. Well, what's new? Baltimore Orioles bullpen has been one of the best in the business over the last 4 years, but this year a monster year. 18 wins for this Orioles bullpen. Asher Tolliver in line to pick up the win in this one. Of course, Michael Gibbons and Brad Brock, 5 wins each.
And the pitch by Brock is there for a strike. Evan Longoria, a double, a run scored, has grounded out and flied out. 264 lifetime hitter against the Orioles coming into the ball game. Brad Brock gets him to go after 1 away.
Yeah, the turbo change, not fair on anyone. Great arm speed, amazing movement. Sinking through the bottom of the zone.
Longoria 1 for 8 off the Oriole right-hander. 0-2 delivery on the way, and just gets that one. Almost dug that one out of Mother Earth. Fouled it off, and it remains an 0-2 count. Gallardo non-decision. The Orioles starter, 3 runs, 7 hits, 5 1/3. All 3 runs on 4 hits came in the first inning. Tolliver, 2/3 of an inning, could be the winner. Despaigne an inning, retired the side in order with 1 strikeout, and now Brad Brock. Obviously, Buck Showalter is spreading these innings out here with the bullpen because you got a doubleheader tomorrow. So he's not. You could go the one way of having a pitcher come in and keep him in and finish the game and not be available, right. Or you spread it out since they had a day off yesterday. Give everybody an inning, you hope, and keep everybody available for the ball game tomorrow. The 2 games tomorrow.
Yeah, there they are. Dylan Bundy, Britton,
Michael Gibbons.
Oliver Drake.
1-2 delivery, and that one down the line is going to go foul.
Get him out in front on the change. Longoria, very good hitter. He struggled a little last year, but he's made the adjustments and went back to his old self. Much more consistent this season.
1-2 delivery by Brock inside. Texas has jumped out to a 7-2 early lead against the Red Sox in the 4th inning of their ball game in Texas. So the Orioles may be on a night where they can gain some more ground on the team second to them. Longoria hanging out of the box for a moment. 2 ball, 2 strike count. So Brad Brock will step off. And again fights it off. As we said, this crowd a big one. 44,956 on this Friday night. 44,956. Great crowd on a night that proved a good night to be at the ballpark, both because of the game and Mother Nature.
A little suspect early on.
And got him to go away. And a strikeout for Brad Brock.
Well, nice battle right there. Longoria doing all he can to fouling off some nasty changeups. Look at the pitch track, the location. I mean, this is just some serious pitching we're seeing tonight. Working down and then dotting away. Longoria can't get a piece of this one to keep the at bat alive. Cross body. Look at that angle. Whew, 94 miles an hour.
2 down, nobody on. Morrison a base hit. Last time up, he's had 2 singles, RBI, 2 for 3, strikeout as well. How about the line on David Price against Texas with the Red Sox? 6 runs on 12 hits in 2 1/3 innings.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, you're crying like Adam now. You don't mean it. 0-1 delivery on the way. I mean, the Red Sox almost got swept at home. 4 games. They won the last one before they left for Texas for tonight's game.
Yeah.
And David Price walloped by the Rangers, who are a red hot team. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Morrison. And Brock keeping it right where he wanted it. 1-2.
Yeah. Morrison just wondering if those are balls or strikes. It's just so tough to pick up the release point on Brock. Look at that paint. 94 on the inside corner. And then dotting one away on the outside corner.
Brock's delivery to him. Morrison 0 for 5. Lifetime against Brock. Shift on against him. Put Jonathan Scope way out in right field. Bring Hardy over second base position, leaving Manny Machado on the left. 2-2 pitch on the way. That ball into the shift. Rickards there. Who else puts it away? So Rickard involved in his 10th play of the game in right field. Brock a 1-2-3 inning. Writing about in the Tampa Bay Times in our Inside Out page on our notebook. 69 games in, and the Rays' heavily touted starters from Chris Archer down have yet to pitch consistently or concurrently well. Key parts of their bullpen appear to be worn out. Their homer heavy, all or nothing, already depleted lineup just lost its most consistent hitter as they go through the most rugged part of their schedule. They've got no help from the outside. And that's pretty much what we've seen here in this game. There's Archer, who has had his struggles. Expected to be an ace of the staff. He's 4-10, ERA of 4.7.
Yeah, a lot of prognosticators had him being the Cy Young Award winner.
Yep.
He's got off to a real slow start and hasn't really recovered.
Steve Gals remains on the mound. Got the final out in the 7th. Orioles bat here in the bottom of the 8th. Manny Machado, base hit, run scored in his return from the suspension. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Orioles look to go up in the season series with a win here, 4-2 against Tampa Bay. Zach Britton in the bullpen. It is a save situation, at least at the moment. One delivery. That'll miss. A little bit low and away. With the 5-3 score here on the year now, the Orioles have outscored Tampa Bay 20-13 in games played. Foul back, look out. Ducking in the on-deck circle was Trumbo.
Oh.
It went right over his head and right into the seats about 2 rows back. I swear you could not take a baseball in some of these foul balls and place it where it goes.
Right, I know.
They go, I mean, just the weirdest angles. Two delivery on the way, and the air to right field. That one's hit well, and goodbye, home run. Manny Machado, welcome back. .43rd RBI to go with that 18th home run.
How impressive is that? Fastball up and away. Almost put it up on Utah Street. It's up in the flag court. 7 miles an hour off the bat, almost 400 feet. Some oppo pop and a little dance.
Boy, did he drive that one. Manny Machado adds a run, 6-3.
There you go. Up and away. So many things have to be done right. Square shoulders, flat bat through the zone, and power.
2-homer ball game for the Orioles in a game that could easily have had 4. And Manny Machado continues among the leaders, RBIs and homers. And for Robert Steppen, our Maryland lottery contestant, another $500 off that one. One off the starter, one off the pen in the home run department for the Orioles. Going for another one, Mark Trumbo. Trumbo walked and scored in the 6th inning, officially 0 for 2 in the ball game. Good buddies talking hitting over there. You can count on it.
Yeah. Good 1-2-3 punch right there. A couple homers.
High in the air, right field. Decker. One away, bottom of the 8th inning. Now the Orioles up 6-3. Oriole fans, time running out. Your chance to vote for the Esurance All-Star Game. Go to Orioles.com/vote-orange. Choose your favorite stars. Manny looks like the leader at 3rd base. Mark Trumbo needs some support to get there. And you would become eligible for an autographed All-Star Game jersey or game experience. Special ticket discount prices. Go to Orioles.com/vote-orange. Pitch will be taken up. Chris Davis, big hit in the ball game. Chris delivered, bases loaded double in the 6th inning. That combined with an error allowed all 3 base runners to score in the 6th. It'll be fouled off. Manny with his home run now moves up into the top 10 in homers. He'll be tied with a number of other players, Longoria, Cruz, Ortiz with 18, tied for 7th. One delivery by Geltz, and that'll be away. Britton will stay up. It's still a save situation, but if the Orioles get another run, it won't be, and Drake would come in. Two-one delivery into the shift. That'll retire Chris Davis. And there are 2 down here in the 8th inning. Orioles 3 outs away from picking up a win here in this first game of 4 with a doubleheader coming up tomorrow. That'll bring up Matt Wieters. Matt 0 for 3, couple of fly balls to right, and he has grounded out. And Matt will take the pitch up and in. Did not go around on it.
These are the type of games that, you know, Matt Wieters might not even get any recognition for, but when you look back and you see the first inning and then how he was able to pull Gallardo out of there and work deeper into the ball game, that was pretty impressive because Gallardo settled in and Wieters was putting the right fingers down.
1 ball, 1 strike count on Matt. Ground ball into that shift. Miller's got it, will make the play, and that will retire the side. But Manny Machado returning a 2-hit ball game, including this one, leading off the 8th inning, his 2nd opposite field home run this year. Orioles up 6-3. Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. And by your Baltimore BMW centers. Visit BaltimoreBMW.com today for exceptional offers. Back here with the great right-hander looming large. Jim Palmer, the one and only. If you see him standing in front of that, take the picture.
Ask him to move. How about Zach Britton? Orioles closer. Fastball 91% of the time, the dominant heater, occasional breaking ball, which is pretty nasty in and of itself. But here's the story: 21 saves in his 21 opportunities, .88 earned run average, holding opponents just a 152 overall batting average.
So a chance to continue perfect in the save department. Brad Miller 0 for 2 and a walk in the ball game. Jennings and then Decker will be due up. Orioles on top by a score of 6-3. Did not have a base runner till the 5th inning when Davis picked up the first hit off Matt Moore, double, and then got to run that inning. 4 more in the 6th. Tampa Bay got 3 runs, 4 hits in the first inning. They have not scored since. In fact, they've had only 1 runner to second base since the first inning. And the count goes to 1-2.
There's a nasty breaking ball. Don't see it too often. He drops it in there. It is tight. And hitters usually get geared up for the heater, so you're going to see some nasty swings.
In the air by Miller, left field, going back, can't get it. It'll take a hop up into the seats. It'll be a ground rule double. So Miller is on to lead off the 9th inning for the Rays, down by 3. Visit MASSonsports.com/CareFirst to vote for tonight's CareFirst Fearless Player of the Game. Live fearless with a name trusted for over 75 years. CareFirst Blue Cross Blue Shield. You see how important that run was on the home run by Manny Machado in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
Instead of bringing the potential tying run to the plate here with nobody out in the 9th, you got to get somebody else on in order to do that. Britton, Zach is 2 for 2 in chances, save chances against Tampa Bay this year. 1 run, 2 hits in the 2 innings previously worked. Jennings 0 for 2 and a walk. We'll take it for a strike. Tampa Bay facing their 8th loss in a row. Britton the 0-1. Jennings the chopper right back to the mound, holds the runner.
A beautiful play right there by Zach Britton. Certainly the experience under his belt, but the composure in these tough situations as the closer. Let him set the feet. Bullet comebacker. Boom. Quick check. The runner at second base gets his feet underneath him. Takes his time. Strong, accurate throw to Davis.
Tim Beckham will be the pinch hitter for Decker, who had 0 for 2 and a walk. Career pinch hitting numbers. He is 0 for 4 lifetime against Zach Britton. Runner at second base, 1 out. Beckham will take the pitch inside. Only 2 at bats as a pinch hitter this year, 0 for 2. A .203 batting average, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. Rays trying to rally in the 9th, and Britton trying to close it down right here. 1-0. Tolliver stands to be the winner. It would be his first major league decision. It would be a W. Moore would take the loss if the score stays as is, and would be 3-5. If Matt Moore takes the loss, he will be 0-2 against the Orioles this year. Britton outside with that. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Orioles after their 28th win at home, more than anyone else. A victory would make it 28-13. Two-1 slow roller. Hardy, and again the runner will stay. Beckham is retired, and there are 2 down.
Going to get a lot of ground balls from Zach Britton, nearing 80% ground ball rate. Of course, infielders always prepared.
Zach is first in the American League already in saves with 21, 3rd in the majors. He, of course, has set the club record consecutive saves. Previously, Chris Ray's 18. He's going for 22 in a row. If he gets it, it'll be his 95th career save, 5th most in Orioles history. Stu Miller with 100 is 4th. Swing and a miss. Taylor Motter going as many have. What was that?
Right. Where did it go? And it just disappears. I'm not used to seeing Zach Britton. You gear up for the heater. You see 96, so you start your swing. But if you're Thinking of just one location. Better think again. It drops another 6 inches.
$44,900 plus on their feet. 0-2 count, 2 down. You look at one outside that he does not go after. MOTTER a base hit, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Getting his first look is Zach Britton. One-two. That's the ball game. Orioles win the first of 4 on Manny's return night. A home run for Manny and Adam. Jump and celebrate, or just bow. And the Orioles have a 6-3 win in Game 1.